you have issues with your boss, because there was also a lot of dishonesty, let's face it. Many candidates in this country, or politicians, including our brother Rigathi, William Ruto, and everybody else, you know, who's been part of the system. Yes. They have profited and may become billionaires because of their access to state. Yeah. They cannot say they were working very, very hard and then selling potatoes, you know, in Uganda to make that money. They were trading with state institutions. Yeah, and so it is very important that sometimes we bring that out. And these are politicians, you know, from both sides of the political, you know, landscape in Kenya. And so that kind of dishonesty was also not brought out, especially by the moderators, because they should have pushed that. Like, you know, you, for instance, you guys have been in government. And part of your wealth, if not most of your wealth, has actually come from either access with government or being in government, or literally sometimes just outright looting. You know, let's face it. And so it's also important to hold our politicians to account, whether they, you know, they are in the position, they're in government or somewhere in between, or they belong to the Wajakoya camp. A lot of these people have had access to government. They've profited, they become millionaires and billionaires because of their access to the state.
Let's hear from Peter Kagwanja on that particular note. Do you think this was a platform that Gachagua also used it as a laundromat to, you know, cleanse himself? And this is maybe the final bit that he'll have, you know, being in public to defend himself and what Uhuru has done to him. Because from a go-getting, it was just about Uhuru. Uhuru. I never had a mention of Raila tipping off the tongue of Rigathi Gachagua.
No, he mentioned Raila adversary and many other people. I think what, as I said from the beginning, Gachagua was a very well coached, you know, participant in this debate. And as I said from the beginning, he spoke from his pocket rather than from his heart. And it was very, very clear. From the pocket,
but maybe you need to elucidate for most of the viewers when you say he spoke from the pocket.
Yeah, from the pocket, meaning notes. You know, the serious notes. And when called to push, he could even produce